Gary Bryan, thank you. Welcome to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and the Little League World Series as we roll into week 2 with 4 more games today and some of the best matchups of the entire tournament as we inch toward a champion.
Give me that sunshine, sunshine.
Swing and a miss. Venezuela victorious.
Give me that sunshine, sunshine.
And a diving catch.
And Felicia makes everybody feliz. What a play.
Nothing but good vibes.
Pachunchun on a line to left. And got
Sunshine, bring on the summertime.
struck him out. A no-hitter for Japan.
Bring on the summertime.
Welcome to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. Volunteer Stadium Week 2 on this Monday. And a reminder on how it all works. 20 teams to start. We crowned a champion a week from yesterday. Mostly 12-year-olds here. 6-inning games, 225-foot fences, and every player in the batting order, even if they're not in the field, will bat in the lineup. Today, the 8 undefeated teams take center stage. Maybe the most decorated Little League in the world is Williamsport, Curaçao. Pabao Little League representing the Caribbean against the Latin American champion from Maracaibo, Venezuela. So we've gone from 20 to start down to 12, double elimination. U.S. and international title games Saturday, Sunday for all the marbles, and here the unbeaten teams on the international side in the 2 games today. With that, we say hello and thanks for joining us. Todd Frazier has dusted off his passport. He joins us on the international side. I'm Mike Monaco. Sebastian Salazar joins us shortly. Last year, Curaçao, the international champions, and Todd, it almost feels like a birthright for them to come here to Williamsport.
Yeah, like you said, they're the most decorated. They have 36 wins, the most in Little League World Series history, and they're also going to break the record of having the most games played, over 55. Started with Jonathan Schupps and Jurickson Profar. They are unbelievable. They got spice, they got swagger, and they're going to show it here today.
They sure are, and they've made a habit, led by Zino Everett, the manager. Last year and this year, of their wins, they're close. 1 or 2 runs. They're very comfortable with that. Venezuela, meanwhile, the opponent today, a rich baseball history as a country. This team from the city of Maracaibo, very rich baseball history as well, including right here.
Yeah, you think about some baseball players from Venezuela, you're going to think from Maracaibo, and they are dominant. Guys have been there before. Carlos Gonzalez, Elias Diaz, just to name a few that have been on there and been doing their thing. I mean, Osman Basabe has a cousin, 2 cousins that play, a brother in the minor leagues. This guy is the straw that stirs the drink. If he goes, they go. Pitch an inning in the 3rd, 3 strikeouts. Not on the mound today, but they're going to need his bat especially.
He was putting out the flames in the win for Venezuela against Panama. Sebastian Salazar is standing by with their starting pitcher.
Down here with Adrián Soto, still buzzing about watching the big leaguers play last night. A ver, Adrián, ¿qué te gustó más de ese partido entre los Phillies y los Nationals anoche?
Bueno, primero que todo, gracias a Dios por darme la oportunidad de ir a ese juego. Y bueno, me gustó mucho ver jugar a venezolano y Keibel Ruiz, un gran peloterazo. Me gustó mucho verlo batear en su turno. Y igual que Intemaro Vargas, un buen guante, un buen infield. Y bueno, gracias a Dios por darnos esa oportunidad.
He just liked watching the Venezuelan players last night, especially Keilo Ruiz, and also very, very excited to be there with his teammates. Thanks God for the opportunity to watch the big leaguers. ¿Qué son las claves hoy? What are the keys to get the victory today for Venezuela?
Bueno, primero que todo, lanzar strike, lanzar bien y ayudar a todo el equipo en la defensa, en el bateo. Bueno, y tenemos muy buenos managers, muy buen equipo, y sé que con el favor de Dios vamos a obtener hoy la victoria.
Said we've got a good team, good managers. Our man's on the mound. He wants to throw hard and throw strikes. Back up to you.
All right, that's a good recipe, Sebi, to start out a big day of baseball at the Little League World Series. Our schedule today continues on like this after our first game. Tennessee, Washington, Japan, and Chinese Taipei. They both have a no-hitter here already. And then Texas and California, the nightcap over on ESPN2. The Little League Baseball World Series on ESPN is presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. about Little League Williamsport, Curaçao. We told you last year, international champs and overall runners-up, and this was the greeting back home when these Little Leaguers came back to the island to the Little League World Series, the second most all-time. The Profires have been here, so much history from Williamsport. Let's meet this year's team.
Mi nombre es Javier Felicia, mi goleador favorito es Ozzy Alves.
Mi nombre es Joshua Cosa, mi atleta favorito es Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mi nombre es Richard Clark y mi comida favorita es hamburger.
Mi nombre es Alexander Pavasia Roach y mi comida favorito es pizza.
Mi nombre es Tomás Sofía Cobos y mi jugador favorito es Júlio Profile.
Mi nombre es Gilles Will y mi jugador favorito es Manny Machado.
Mi nombre es Sean Cervelli y mi actor favorito es Tom Cruise.
Mi nombre es Nasir Elosais y mi actor favorito es Kevin Hart.
Mi nombre es Nathan Hart, mi actor favorito es Martin Lawrence.
Mi nombre es Helmi Relmeyer, mi cantor favorito es Nelo.
Mi nombre es Juan Ramón Ferreras y mi actor favorito es The Rock.
Mi nombre es Jason Lawrence Marty y mi jugador favorito es Hugh John Marty.
Team Curaçao coming off a 2-1 win Thursday over Australia. Talked with their manager, Zino Everett, on the field pregame. He felt like maybe 4 or 5 guys were nervous in their first game of this year's Little League World Series. Feels like they'll be much more settled in, and already some laughter ahead of this one. Starting pitcher you already heard from, Adrian Soto, who told Sebastian he loved watching the Nationals' Keibert Ruiz, fellow countryman, yesterday, and after watching the major leaguers last night, he's on the bump in the first game of the day.
Yeah, and from talking to the manager here, they explained to us he's not overpowering. He's going to rely a lot on that curveball, and that is his best pitch. So be ready. First pitch from jump here might be an off-speed pitch, but they are very, very confident in his abilities.
You were trying to do all this advanced scouting and figure out velocities. What's a guy maxing out at? And they just kept repeating to you, curveball.
Kept repeating, and that was it, curveball, curveball. And they kind of shushing me off, like, hey, man, I told you it's a curveball, now move on. But yes, we're going to see some nice pitching today. Curveballs coming at you, but guess what? You got to start with that fastball and react. So what's your equalizer? The equalizer is going to be the fastball, not the curveball this time.
Well, Venezuela faces a heavyweight in Curaçao. 6-0 all-time against Venezuela here at the Little League World Series. Todd, good to be with you. Who knows what to expect today, because when we do work together, we get some crazy games.
We've had some magic, some extra inning magic for sure.
We had a game last year that was completed over the course of multiple days. Let's do one day today. That's ball one to start. A heater out of the gates to Alexander Provasia, the Curaçao second baseman, and one of 5 players back for this Williamsport team from last year's group. 2-0, couple of fastballs.
Yeah, as you see here, trying to mess with him, mess with his timing, show a fake bunt here. Time is called on the mound.
And just some words of advice there. I think maybe on the footing, still on the rubber.
I think Mark wanted a little TV time there.
Nothing wrong with that. 3-0 the count on Provasia, who Thursday against Australia hit leadoff as well for Curaçao. He had a single and got hit by a pitch as well. This kid is a stud defensively. Tim Kirkton was up in the booth right before we started, raving about his infield-outfield at second. And he works a 4-pitch walk to get aboard for Curaçao. All right, so if you've been watching so far, you know the Little League World Series is different this year, called the continuous batting order. So Curaçao's got a dozen players. They all bat before the lineup turns over. What have you thought of it so far, Todd?
Yeah, I thought it's been great. Everybody gets to hit. You come here to the Little League World Series, you want to play. And guess what? When you play, you hit. You don't have to play defense, as we know, but getting up there and hitting is something that everybody wants to do.
Nosotros hablamos allá que tratar de tirar de lado, Adrián. Está tirando la bola arriba, así no vaya, la recta está bien, pero está tirando la bola muy arriba. Usa el guante rápido, ¿oíste? No puede pasar nada, tira la bola bajita. No puede. ¿Está bien? Sí. Está tirando muy arriba, muy por encima, tira por aquí, ¿oíste? Vamos, doble play, vamos, pila ahí con el toque, pero no creo que vaya a tocar, pero está preparado siempre. Doble play, hagan uno.
You're throwing too high, just look at your catcher, play catch with it. Follow your mechanics and relax out there. The words from the manager for Venezuela you mentioned, Genio Gutierrez, who's quite a pitcher himself. He played in the Twins organization for 5 years in the early 2000s and had an ERA in the 2s in his career. Got as high as AA, and his words of wisdom pay off.
Simple. Slow down, have fun, find your target. I think it was more of a relaxing moment, like, hey, you've been here before. Go ahead and do your thing.
In Venezuela's second game here. And there's the curve to Jadlin Wheel, the shortstop for Curaçao.
Talking with Jadlin, man, he's a funny character. He's getting me going down there in the dugout this morning.
He sought you out, yes?
Yes, he did.
Good stop back there by Arturo Sanchez. And yeah, we love watching Jadlin Wheel, who was here last year. What do you think of the curveball?
I think he thought that was a ball.
I think so. He's never been one to hide his emotions.
He's never been wrong either, it looks like.
No. Have you?
Never.
That's up high. 2-2, and he stares down. Oh, Adrian Soto.
Little Juan Soto-esque, baby. Enjoying the moment.
He was the fireman out of the pen for Curaçao Thursday. Fouls this one off. And then at the plate, Jadlin had a single his first time.
Right here.
And then moved from shortstop to the mound, went 2 innings of relief in the win, and struck out 5 of the 7 he faced. And he was doing the Trevor Bauer, and he was staring down the Australian hitters.
He's been watching a lot of TV. That is for sure.
He's got a 2-ball, 2-strike count against Soto, who deals. On the ground, left side, and past Luis Vargas into left. Wheel carried the bat about halfway up the line, and the first 2 are on for Curaçao.
2-strike hitting right there, fine in the hole. The excitement continues for this young man. Second year here. Breaking ball left up. Arm in the air. Let the crowd know I'm here. 2 on for Curaçao.
Looks more like a walk-off celebration than a first inning single. You gotta love it. So 2 on for Curaçao against Adrian Soto. And now the left fielder in the 3 spot, Nasir El-Osais, who worked a walk early on in the game Thursday against the Australians.
He's on the line. He's okay. He's good. Here we go.
Nasir is at the very back of the batter's box. And that was the conversation there between umpire and Venezuela. Good location on the first one to El-Osais.
Tell you what, they said he wasn't that overpowering. That fastball's got a little hum to it for sure right now. I think the excitement on the mound for Soto is getting to him for sure, in a good way.
With all that adrenaline, he sails another fastball up, and you can tell what his catcher Arturo Sanchez is saying. Keep that down and calm it down, maybe, because like you're saying, there's adrenaline. Arturo Sanchez was the starting pitcher for Venezuela in their first game Friday against Panama. So we are seeing a lot of those curves.
Tell you what, the excitement of both coaches now are getting me fired up here. They want him to go. 2-1 victory last time. They got to get going, man. They want these bats to get going. Now we got another problem.
The Venezuela coaching staff has come out to chat with the umpiring crew. After, yeah, you said it, both Curaçao base coaches charged up here in this first inning.
Love that.
So Genio Gutierrez came out with something to say.
Listen, this is winner's bracket, baby. If you're not excited about this, man, we got problems. These boys are rearing back, ready to go. And so are the coaches.
1-2. Fouled back. Yeah, you can feel it, huh? And for a Monday afternoon, big old crowd here as well.
They are ready.
It's the 31-year-old Zino Everett. If you win this game, you only need one more win to get to the international championship game on Saturday. So it really helps to start 2-0. That's up high, 2-2 on Elo Seiss. Talked about the history of Curaçao. The batter here, Nasir, said it was always my dream to play here. And the players who've been here before, they told me not to be scared. Just play baseball, have fun. He's composed in the box right now and has run it full.
I think the biggest thing right now for Soto, he's got to finish his pitches, standing a little too tall, get a little bend in those legs, and focus on that glove.
Breaking ball away, and they are loaded for Curaçao with nobody out. So you've already used a mound visit here in the first. You obviously want to keep rolling with Soto. So how do you get that message across?
Right now, maybe an infielder needs to come in and talk to him. It's going to be very tough. They're far away. Understand, and you've been in this situation before. Go back to what you know best. And as a 12-year-old, that's pretty hard to do still.
Adrian, one of the most talented guys, looks up to Salvador Perez, and he's in a jam here. Sean Cerveri's the cleanup man for Curaçao, who's gone up in the order. And yeah, here comes Janio Gutierrez. 18 pitches into this top of the first.
Oh, entrado. Take him out. Bueno, vamos. Vestite. Dale, Arturo. Va que echar, vení a pichar. Lugar guante, anda. Anda por los dos.
Arturo Sanchez thought he was going back behind the plate. Nope, he's coming on the mound when we come back in the first inning with Curaçao threatening. Little League stats are provided by Game Changer, the official scorekeeping and stats technology partner of Little League and the Little League World Series. Game Changer now offers free live streaming for regular season local youth games, plus automatic video highlight clips when you stream and score your games. Yeah, good crowd on hand for this one, and already all kinds of activity in this first inning.
I blame it on myself. Every time I come up here, there is crazy action. Timeouts, pitching changes. We haven't even gotten an out yet. This is unbelievable.
What was it last year? 12 innings, I think. Japan, Nicaragua when we did a game?
Yeah, Nicaragua was down. They hit a 3-run homer, and we went absolutely bonkers, and that led to Japan in that inning. Third baseman threw one away for a game ender.
You guys, you ball players, your memories never cease to amaze me. The stuff that you guys can pull.
Can't remember my wife's birthday, but I can pull that.
Hope she's not watching this one. Arturo Sanchez takes over. He had been catching, and now he climbs onto the bump here in the first. Bases loaded, nobody out. And Arturo was the starting pitcher on Friday against Panama for this Venezuela team. He went 2 1/3, gave up a couple of runs, but both were unearned, and he struck out 2. Worked around 4 walks, and eligible to come back and pitch in this game with the 2-day layoff and the rest in between.
I think that is a good move that they did take Soto out, because he can, if they end up losing this game, he could pitch tomorrow, right. 20 or less.
And loser of this game does drop to the elimination bracket. Tomorrow's game, 1 o'clock Eastern time. Loser faces Mexico right here on ESPN. So Soto has gone from pitcher to catcher. It's 1-0 on Sean Cerveri. And Arturo comes home with strike 1.
Calm, cool, and collective. You see a slight difference. Grip it and rip it. Guess what? Nerves aren't here right now. Let's go.
What do you remember about your first game here to your second game here, and how much more comfortable you might have felt?
Well, I wasn't that comfortable because I had to go pitch that second game, so I was nervous. We ended up playing 11 innings. It was the longest game in history. We won. And then our best 2 pitchers pitched, and they said, Todd, you're going on. And I gave up a home run. Held the tears back, though, which was pretty good. I'll give you that. I was upset, but we still won the game.
That's impressive. And then the journey, of course, as everyone knows by now, ended with you fighting with your teammate for possession of the ball when you won it all.
I wanted everything. Pins, baseballs, gloves.
2-1 is up and away to Sean Cerverian, the cleanup spot, and it's 3-1. And then how about this hidden ball trick we got going on, and Curaçao has not fallen for it. That's got to be the most intricate hidden ball trick I've ever seen.
I love every second about this. This is the fun part about baseball. Everybody was in tune. That's a play they've done over and over in practice. Back to the pitcher. Sanchez pretends to throw it to second. Runner on second says, "No, I'm not fooled."
And then a strike to make it a full count. Runner at first was off the bag a little bit, but the lead runners did not move.
Unbelievable. Contreras, Trumpies in the outfield, they were all moving in the right direction.
This one popped up right toward you, and almost a great catch. The crowd is cheering as if you did make the catch. Now present it. Yep, and they think you caught it.
You know what? This metal piece wasn't here. I should have went higher. Man, that would have been my first one.
Oh.
We were just talking about that too.
Yes.
Man.
How do you feel in hindsight? Could you have given a better effort?
Yes, I could have. I went to the here, but I didn't know if it was coming in or above. Man, would have felt like Carl Ravage.
Yeah, Ravi will give lessons, I think, in the morning hours tomorrow, 9 a.m. 8th pitch, and this one's flared on the infield right at Jose Nunez, and a big first down for Venezuela. It is all happening in this game already. A mid-batter pitching change. One of the most in-depth hidden ball trick attempts we've ever seen, and a near catch by Todd Frazier in the broadcast booth.
Man. And we only got one out in the game.
Right. Like, so think if you're watching at home right now, maybe you're working from home, or maybe you're in the office, it's the lunch hour. Just tap in sick for the rest of the day. Keep it right here. Joshua Acosta is the batter, and he goes first pitch swinging back to the mound. Sanchez to Soto. Safe at first. Nearly an inning-ending double play. Well executed by Arturo Sanchez and Adrian Soto.
Tell you what, just when you think they're out, going to give up 3 or 4 runs here. Huge. One hopper back to Sanchez, to Soto. If he didn't hesitate for just a second, most likely would have been a double play, but we're going to see unbelievable defense here. For you people at home, get your kids to watch this right now. Both sides are fundamentally sound, and they're never out of these games.
And now Deshaun Winkler takes strike one.
The momentum just switched back to Venezuela. This is why this is the most beautiful game in the world. You're never out of it until that last out.
Just like that, it flipped. Loaded and an 0-1. This is away from Arturo Sanchez, who wanted it. Fans are barking. Charged up here in this first. Arturo's 1-1. Just off the edge. Boy, he is locating and commanding glove side.
Confident. Look at him. He don't care. I'll throw it again. Saying, calm down, I got this. The antics here are phenomenal today. I love this.
Caught and a miss. 2-2 from Arturo Sanchez, who they call El Payaso, the clown. So you know he's got the charisma for these moments. Venezuela fans chanting. Base is loaded. 2-2. Strike 3 called. Wow. Sanchez fires him up.
I'll tell you what. These boys are coming to play. It doesn't matter who's on the mound. Sanchez, fastball away. Get the crowd going, big guy. Let them know. Venezuela's up the bat.
San Francisco Little League from Maracaibo, Venezuela, more than 2,100 miles away from Williamsport. In northwestern Venezuela, population nearly 3 million, second largest in the country after the capital of Caracas. And And this group has come here with so much history, like we've talked about, with the good music as well. And let's meet the team from Maracaibo.
Mi nombre es Gabriel y mi cantante favorito es Peso Pluma.
Mi nombre es Cristian Trompi y mi jugador favorito es Fernando Tatí Jr.
Mi nombre es José Núñez y mi actor favorito es Vin Diesel. Mi nombre es David Pedroso y mi comida favorita es hot dog. Mi nombre es Gerson Pereira, mi equipo favorito es Houston Astros.
Mi nombre es Adrián Soto y mi mollo favorito es de la risa.
Mi nombre es Aaron Villalobos y mi comida favorita es hamburguesa. Mi nombre es Omar Basabe y mi jugador favorito es Manny Machado.
Mi nombre es Jonathan Contreras y mi actor favorito es William Smith.
Mi nombre es Luis Rangel y mi equipo favorito es Bravos Atlanta.
Mi nombre es Luis Vargas y mi jugador favorito es José Altuve. Mi nombre es Alexia Ternava y mi equipo favorito los Padres San Diego.
Mi nombre es Henry Ávila y mi actor favorito es Vin Diesel.
Mi nombre es Arturo Sánchez y mi comida favorito es el pollo frito.
They played their first game Friday against Panama and won it 4-3. And their manager, Janio Gutierrez, said the team was nervous early on in that game. And he said it was our first ball game in more than 2 months. But the team responded very well, and they were able to get back into it. All right, let's meet Juan Cleito Ferreras. He is brought to you by Dollar Car Rental. You did some more advanced scouting. What is the velo for Juan Cleito?
He is in the mid-70s, 73 to 75 range. That's blowing smoke, so that's gas. Fastball, curveball mix. He'll use both pitches anytime, and they are very, very confident talking to the manager, for sure.
Hardest thrower on the roster, Zino Everett told us pregame down on the field. In addition to speaking, as you saw, 3 languages for Juan Cleito Ferreras. He has thrown multiple no-hitters. He's had a 14 strikeout game as well. He's only in need of a catcher right now. That's it. Nathan Nahr is getting the gear ready. Is there an issue with his mitt, perhaps? It looks like they're getting a first baseman's glove ready.
Listen, we should have known. Each inning, there's going to be something going on here. Whether it's an equipment. Yeah, he's bringing a first base glove out here. This is a first too as well, guys. Little League Baseball. Think he'd have a backup in there or something, but guess what? I don't know if they're going to allow him to use that either.
I mean, it is all happening. When it's college football or NFL, there's the Tess effect. Joe Tessitore. We're calling this the Frazier effect.
I am so sorry.
For the Little League World Series.
But know something. There might be some kind of problems, but it's going to be a fantastic game nonetheless.
So there might be some issue with the catcher's mitt, seemingly, right? If he had to pivot and then try to bring out this. And now it looks like the coaching staff is presenting the imperfect catcher's mitt to prove their point.
So each kid here gets a glove. There's a big hole in the glove, as we see. Each kid does get a glove here when they come to the Little League World Series to use. And he might have to break in that brand new glove. Oh, that's another hole. Yeah, there's a big hole there. That's the new Johnny he's got right there. So, hey, Ferreras, he throws hard. So that glove's going to get broken in real quick.
Yeah, but do you ever just take a brand new glove like this into a game without maybe using it at all before?
Yeah, I think catching is the only position you can do that with.
Really? Nathan Nahr just asked if he can practice with it, and the answer was no. And so mid-70s, good luck, Nate.
This could be a problem here. Balls bouncing out of gloves. We're going to have to see if this helps Venezuela.
Gerson Pereira is the leadoff man for Venezuela, and good receiving from Nahr on pitch number 2. Pereira, fan of the Astros, and Andres Jimenez, another one of those great Venezuelan ball players.
And what people might not know, as a catcher, you're used to one glove, the glove you use all the time. And to use a different one, it changes your mechanics, it changes everything. So we'll see how he receives the ball.
3 pitches and increasingly more broken in. And Nahr doing an all right job back there on these first few heaters from Ferreras. Curaçao coaching staff is really pleased with Nathan Nahr's work behind the plate. They feel like that's a strength of their team this year, and that maybe last year they didn't have the same type of catching able to handle the premium velocity that they've got on the pitching staff. Last pitch at 68 from Wadcleto. Inside, and Pereira's got a leadoff walk. And Venezuela's got some momentum, and Gerson Pereira tries to fire up his dugout. So much like the top of the first started for Adrian Soto, similar start here for Wadcleto Ferreras, pitching in Williamsport for the first time in his life. And now the Gazelle, Leonard Contreras. Gas at the letters.
I assume if he hits one in the gap, we're going to see speed around those bases.
He can flat out fly. Fastest kid on the team for Venezuela. Lashes one, fair ball past Marti down the right field line into the corner. He is already standing at second base with a double.
Wow. Beautiful swing there. Fastball out over the plate. Taking it where it's pitched. Out over, hand stayed inside the ball. Stayed back. Almost got it there, Bavakia. Man, that would have been a nice play. But here we go again, Venezuela knocking on the door. What will happen next?
Contreras, who had the huge go-ahead two-run single in Venezuela's first game in the third inning that broke a 2-2 tie with Panama. And he has this Latin America group in business again early on this time. And now Osman Basabe, shortstop and three-hole hitter, who we spotlighted in the open. Strike one to start at 71 as the velocity ticks up. Basabe came on in the fifth inning Friday with the bases loaded, got out of it. Got 4 outs. 3 of them were strikeouts. Breaking ball away. Janillo Gutierrez said afterward about Osman Basabe, we got great faith in him. Maybe their strongest pitcher. And that was a situation they felt they absolutely needed him. Line foul, 1-2. He is the best home run threat on the team. The best power hitter, according to his teammates. Told you about all the bloodlines he's got as well. An older brother, currently playing in Kane County in the American Association, got drafted by the Padres 6 years ago. 2-2.
Just waiting for something to happen here. It seems like the action is just about to come to fruition.
2-2. That's down at a full count on Osman Basabe. It's high pressure moments early on.
Huge indications on this game today from both sides.
His bases loaded, nobody out in the top of the first. Now second and third, nobody out in the bottom, and Venezuela's got him loaded now and threatening to strike first. Zino Everett, the Curaçao manager, comes out.
Hey, esta vai bom, papi, esta vai bom, ó. Nós tem guaça aqui. Que tá tranquilo. Nós queremos que vir o ano picos. Concentrar a pouco Nathan só. É não tendo concentrar. Concentrar, ei, rolem para dentro quadro aqui, Nathan. Se tem chance tá bem, segura o não, segura para mim. Bom, nós mestre de out não. Off ponte. Bom, mari bagay. Opo, confiança demo. Misa que gaita vai bana.
Some words in there we can pick out that they want Cleto Ferreras to concentrate and just relax. And predictably, that is the message. 14 pitches in, and with nobody out. We got a new catcher's glove appearing.
The amazing things you see during this Little League World Series.
So again, if you're keeping score at home, we've had 3 outs in this game, 3 mound visits, and Nathan Nahr's had 3 catcher's gloves now.
3 is the number. 3 runs might do it.
And we don't have a run yet. Here's Luis Vargas. And he takes strike 1. Cleanup man and third baseman for this Venezuela team who worked a walk early on in the game Friday against Panama. He's known as La Regadera, the hose, because he can hit it all over the field.
It's a really good nickname. That's the first time I've heard that one. Infield playing in here, I think this is a good opportunity to get the lead runner out at home on a ground ball.
Fouled away. That's what we saw Venezuela do to get off the field in part in the top of the first, and now Curaçao would love the same in the home half. Juan Cleto Ferreras fires. Fouled away again.
As you see, as the more games are going on, the more battle. Guys throwing hard. They're finding a way to foul the ball off. They're finding ways to try and put in play. And the pitch count is going up.
That is strike 3 called on a perfectly executed fastball for the first out.
As we see here, he's not wasting any time. I'm not going to the off speed. I'm sticking with what I know best, my bread and butter, and that is Bayou. Now should be a ground ball to the pitcher, right?
Just
if we're expecting it.
Just the way the top of the first went. Little comebacker. Maybe we try to roll 2. There's Adrian Soto. He went from pitcher to catcher for Venezuela in the top of the first, and now has a chance to put him on top here in the home half. Big fan, like we told you, of Salvador Perez and also of Elias Diaz. Skies this one, shallow center. Joshua Acosta's got a good arm, makes the catch, and they will not test him.
Tell you what, 1 pitch away from getting out of this one. Exciting first inning. Pereira at third. He wasn't tagging up, but I would have had him go down a little bit further down the line in case he does drop it. So it's easily walk into home. But yes, nothing you can do there. 2 outs, no runs scored. It's been exciting so far.
Yeah, despite all the base runners on both sides. Now Aaron Villalobos takes strike 1. He had a very good Latin America region tournament. Big fan of JT Real Muto. And a fan of Barcelona for football. Fouled away. And now indeed 1 pitch away from getting out of this for Curaçao.
I think you got to stick with the heater here. Don't mess around. Maybe a little high cheddar.
He's been in the low 70s here in the first. 0-2. Back up the middle. Off Juan Cleto to the plate to end the inning. Yep, it happened again.
Tell you what, he doesn't even look phased either. Line drive off the leg. He said, guess what? I'll just pick this up, throw it home. The exciting game so far, first inning through. Back at you in the second.
The Frazier effect didn't take long to get started. Top of the first, the hidden ball trick to end all hidden ball tricks.
This was such a beautiful idea. Both outfielders ran like the ball was coming there. And everybody played a part.
And then getting out of a jam, Arturo Sanchez got a pop out, a comebacker, and then a strikeout as he left him loaded for Curaçao batting in the first.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be another big inning. Came in there, got the crowd hyped, dominated the rest of the way.
Who knows what we got coming the next 5 at minimum innings here in Williamsport at the Little League Baseball World Series presented by T-Mobile. And Arturo's feeling good, even though both teams had him loaded. Look at him. Life's good, man.
Life is very good. You're playing at the best Little League fields in the world in front of the crazy crowd here. This is such a beautiful time. Beautiful day for everybody. What do we have in store moving forward?
If only we knew. Arturo Sanchez back to work, facing Shamar Jacobus, the third baseman. And ball 1 to begin. Shamar, one of the captains on this team, started last year in the title game. And he has said this year, if he starts in the title game, we're winning it all.
Confidence, baby. If you don't breed it, don't come to play.
He'll be 13 next month, one of the older guys here. And he's also kind of been the tour guide of this team. He's been telling the newcomers to this year's Curaçao team how to get through the airports, how to travel on the buses, and get this, at 12 years young, how to deal with the interviews.
Wow.
Fouled away.
That's going to come in the
It's a man among boys right there. I love that. Follow me. Now he wants to say the same thing on the field. Follow me, and I'll show you how to do it.
Because that was your first exposure, right? Like, as a 12-year-old coming here and on the journey to get to this point, to media?
Yeah, without a doubt. We didn't know what to expect. I remember my first interview. I was like starstruck just by somebody interviewing me.
Well, slow roller, and Sanchez springs off the mound and flips. We go down to Sebastian.
Guys, you truly never know who you're going to find in the stands here at the Little League World Series. This is Cithri van Heydorn, and I got to look down to read his title because it's a long one. He's the Minister of Education, Science, Culture, and Sport in Curaçao. Obviously here focusing on the sport. Why do you think baseball is so popular in Curaçao?
No, you know, we follow a lot of games from the big leagues over there. And I thought we have some players there. I think that's why one of the reasons that the sport is so popular in Curaçao.
I know you don't want to give away too many secrets here, but for an island with such a small population, you've got a lot of really good baseball players. How you doing?
Oh, you know, that's a question I've been asking myself for a lot of time. But I think natural talent, the support of their coaches and parents make these guys doing the ball game so great, or playing the ball game so great. And that's why we're here. That's why we're here, because we see that every year they are getting better and better.
You're the Minister of Culture as well. Like, how big a part of Curaçao's culture is baseball in the day-to-day?
No, I think most of the people over there, besides the culture, they do like baseball. There's lots of fans of the big league teams, but also the local. And this kids, it's giving a new dimension in baseball in Curaçao.
So I'm looking at my social media. I'm getting a lot of new followers from Curaçao. I know there's a lot of people watching. How big a deal is this back home?
No, there's everybody right now is watching. And we are focusing right now on sport with these kids. But as a government, we are very grateful to them for what they have been doing also to make the name of Curaçao popular around the world. And also to try to bring tourism to the island. That is one of our main income. So we're very, but very proud and grateful to them.
All right, you need a tourist. I'm ready to come whenever you want, okay, Minister?
You're welcome.
All right, guys, back up to you. I'm going to work on some tickets for all of us.
It's great hospitality from Cithri. And, you know, we were talking with Zino Everett, the manager, down on the field pregame. He told us that one of his best friends, Jonathan Scope, might be here today if he can make it. And if not, very likely tomorrow or Wednesday, should Curaçao win, that'd be their next game. So longtime major leaguer will be here to watch the 12-year-old.
Yeah, that'll be a much-needed surprise for them, and a beautiful surprise to have another big leaguer, a guy that all these kids look up to, who kick-started Curaçao and winning a world championship.
And the list goes on and on. From Williamsport specifically in Curaçao, Andrew Jones, Kenley Jansen, Ozzy Albies, Jerkson Profar, Jonathan Scope. It's such a long list. I mean, the others from Curaçao as well, like Jair Jurgens, Andrelton Simmons, who played youth ball with Kenley Jansen and with Didi Gregorius.
And I remember Kenley Jansen as a catcher in the minor leagues. He had an absolute cannon.
Yeah, Kenley has said that he feels like defensively he was as good as you needed to be to reach the highest level as a catcher.
Biggest catcher you ever see in your life.
Really?
Good target for a pitcher, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and just a bazooka.
Oh, from his knees, and he'd get down low too. Where were we? Billings, Montana. I'm looking at this guy, I'm like, Jesus, where did he come from? Came from Curaçao.
3-2 to Nathan Nahr, a catcher himself, and he tags one into the gap in left center and to the track. Nahr to second, and he slides in with a 2-out double.
Nahr with a nice swing right there. 2 strikes. Look at the hands fighting through the zone. Getting the barrel to the ball. Finding the gap. Hustling into second base. 2-out rally. Pointing to the troops. Let's go.
Doesn't matter what we got for gloves or if the webbing is all messed up and the stitching. Just give me a bat, boys. I got you.
Looking for a runner here.
Yeah, so with 2 outs and with a pitcher or a catcher aboard, you can do what's called a courtesy runner. It has to be the guy who made the last out. So Hellemire made the last out, could run for Nathan Nahr, but it looks like Zino Everett is going to change his mind on that.
Sorry, that's all it was. Sorry, I just wanted to see you get out there for a little bit. Get those legs churning.
Wanted to see if you looked limber enough to go.
Yes.
Little fake pump. Jaden Lorenz Marti. He's the first baseman for Curaçao. He worked a walk at his second trip to the plate Thursday against Australia. Big fan of the Braves. That's what Kenley Jansen was growing up back home. Pulled into left field, a base hit for Marti. Nahr to third and a stop sign there. Curaçao's got a couple more base runners with 2 outs here in the second.
All with 2 outs here, getting a fastball, getting out in front. And I think that's another big key for young men and women. Get out in front of that hard heat. Don't try and fillet it to right side. Lucky that ball didn't get in the air. That could have been a big one.
So what do you do to do that? Just really force yourself to start early?
Start early. Force yourself to try and drive the ball down the line. If you're a lefty, you go to first base. If you're a righty, you go to third. Guess what? You still might be late, but you're going to hit that ball hard somewhere.
So they're at the corners for Juan Cleto Ferreras. That's 11th in the 12-person lineup for Curaçao. And of course, the starting pitcher for this Williamsport team. Arturo Sanchez left him loaded in the first. His 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss.
You see the swing from him. That top hand is kind of choking the bat. If he can relax that top hand a little bit, kind of free his swing. You see how it chokes it? Turn those knuckles just a little bit and free his swing, it might be better off.
So it's kind of too closed with how much he is?
Kind of that Brett Boone kind of action back in the day.
Yeah.
Kind of gripped it, but his hands were so quick to the ball. He looks like a free swinger. Can't wait to see what he does here in this next swing if he does.
5'9", 141 pounds and wiry. 2-1 to him. Fouled off, and it's 2-2.
Hands are good enough. Sometimes it doesn't matter what you look like.
And how about Arturo Sanchez? He's been poised already since coming on in relief. Mid-count, nobody out, bases loaded first inning, and he's a pitch away from getting out of this in the second. El Payaso's 2-2. Up high and a full count.
We got action again. It wouldn't be right if there wasn't in every inning.
Crowd into it. Sanchez nodding as he looks off into his dugout. 3-2 to Ferreras. Behind him, And they're loaded. And a good catch back there by Adrian Soto with a man at third. So they're loaded up. And now it goes to the very last spot, the 12th spot in the Curaçao lineup, to a guy who started in left field in game one. The youngest player on this team, Javery Felicia, who came through with 2 hits and a diving catch to save a run in that first game as well.
No, que se anime no, que eso es lo que te venía a decir. Vos no tenés que animar, tienen que animarte ellos a vos. Vos a ellos no. Estáis pendiente del público, mi hermano. O poner hombre en línea y ponerte agresivo. Mira, los 2 mejores bateadores de ellos son este y el que viene. Patea. Entonces está ahí. Mira, está bien, el tipo estaba ponchado ahorita, mira. Te confiaste, mira lo que está pasando ahorita. Ahora hay que salir de esto. Tapen la bola donde sea más fácil, ¿oyeron? ¿Oyeron? Con la curva agresiva está de aquí, mira. No, por ahí, ponete para lo tuyo y deja de estar con la tribuna ya.
Janio Gutierrez wants Arturo Sanchez to relax and to use the curveball and said, you're looking around too much. Focus.
Simple things that a 12-year-old can lose focus in, especially in a game like this. Action is everywhere.
30-somethings can lose their focus as well. We can confirm. All right, Javery Felicia had those 2 hits. Drove in the game-winning run in the 5th inning in the first game for Curaçao, and he takes strike 1. Sino Everett, the manager, said after the game, though he's the youngest player on the team and bats in that last spot, he will make you pay if you underestimate him. Inside. Javery says 3 things to himself before a game. I can, I will, I must. Said he was striking out too much, adopted that, and things very quickly improved. The 1-1. That's up high, 2-1 from Arturo Sanchez, who's focusing on his finish there coming off the mound.
Tell you what, Zino over there at third base, it's theatrical, man. I love it. In tuned on every pitch, every batter.
2-1, 2-2.
Late. As you see there, that was by him. Now both coaches are telling him, you better hurry up, big boy. Get that bat going. Nice pitch by Sanchez.
So maybe not the curveball for Arturo Sanchez. Just go back to the gas. Let's see. Gassed him. And Arturo Sanchez leaves him loaded again. This has been mayhem. Our pets' heads are falling off.
Muchachos, Elías Díaz por aquí, que echen los Rockies Colorado, deseándole el mayor de los éxitos. Felicidades por la victoria de hoy. Gracias por poner el nombre de Venezuela en alto y de la pequeña Liga de San Francisco. Yo soy de ahí, les deseo lo mejor. Estoy con ustedes. Un abrazo.
How cool is that to have this year's All-Star Game MVP, Elias Diaz, who's not just from Maracaibo, but really from the same neck of the woods as where this group from San Francisco Little League are from, giving them a shout out and motivating them after starting things out with a win here.
Yeah, I mean, he's proud, and that's 100% for sure. He's proud to be from there. He's proud that they're here. He knows the streets. He knows everything about that city, and he wants them to know we're proud of you. Go out there, give it your best shot, and go play some exciting baseball as we're seeing right now.
They are today against Curaçao in front of this great crowd on a Monday afternoon on a warm day at the ballpark. Todd Frazier, Sebastian Salazar, I'm Mike Monaco, our entire crew behind the scenes. This game produced by Scott Gustafson and directed by Dan McVan. Juancleto Ferreras to Arturo Sanchez, the 2 pitchers. And this was the matchup in the last half inning as well. Winner plays Wednesday, loser gets Mexico tomorrow, and that would be an elimination game. Every team that plays today, all 8 of them in our 4 games right here on ESPN and ESPN2, hasn't lost yet. Hot shot right field, base hit Sanchez. Good stroke against 71 from Juancleto, and a single to right.
Great piece of hitting right there, not trying to do too much. Take what he gets. Barrel to the ball. You'll hear me say that a lot. You find barrel, the ball's going to be hit hard. Better opportunities. Pitching and hitting. Doing it on both sides.
He's got a beleaguered look over there as he's aboard in front of Hendrik Avila.
It is hot. It is hot out there.
Might be as muggy as we've had here, yes. Here's Hendrik, who had an RBI single in that Friday win over Panama, right up the middle early on in that game in the second. Avila tried tater tots here in Williamsport for the first time.
Wow. He's probably going to want that every day now. They are so good.
Right field, base hit for Avila as well. Sanchez to second, 2 on.
Tell you what, very simple approach. Go the opposite way until he starts throwing off speed, because guess what? They're catching up to this fastball.
You talked about getting out in front on velocity. It works too if you can still find a way to the barrel and spray it to right, huh?
Without a doubt. Knowing and understanding what you're capable of doing and not trying to do too much. Go ahead, hit it, but hit it hard over there.
Well, Jose Nunez in the 9th spot, squaring to bunt here. So the corners creep in for Curaçao. Bunted foul, and it's 1-1.
You see Jalen over there telling Jacobus, get up there, man. I love everything about this young man. Taking control, that's the leader. Move, get up there, he's going to bunt.
Jacobus looking around, making sure everybody's on the same page from third. And now time called ahead of a 1-1. Jose Nunez, the batter. Big fan of Jose Altuve because they both play second. Funniest player, his teammates say, on this Maracaibo team. Swinging, and he rolls it towards second at Provacia. And they get the lead runner there. So now it's first and third on a force at second. Hey, the excitement of the World Series can be downloaded in the new Little League World Series app. Fans can view schedules, watch highlights, and plan their experience using the official LLWS app. Download today for Apple and Android devices. Yeah, a lot of excitement around here. You're always out pin trading.
Yeah, baby. I love the pins. Something I got into as a 9-year-old when my brother Jeff came here in 1995. Just became in love with it ever since.
And because of that, you know even more people than you otherwise would around here. Here's Alexander Nava. And we're going to the restroom right before this game started, and we hear people just yelling, "Tom's River, yo Todd."
I think it was because you were walking by me.
Yes, yep. Thank you.
Have my security.
That's good for morale. Nothing at 2 on Nava, the only 11-year-old on this Venezuela team. Coaches say he's one of the players who's improved the most this year. And in coming here, he left Venezuela for the first time. First flight. Tip foul, and Nar hangs on to it with that catcher's mitt for out number 2.
Listen, in a lot of these games, you've been seeing a lot of off-speed pitches. But when you throw gas like Ferreras, you don't really need it if you have pinpoint control. Very nice fastball there. 1 pitch away, 1 out away from getting out of this one, too.
And how about this, to your point on the velocity? For Venezuela hitters, even though the velo's so good, that's their first swing and miss of 35 pitches thrown by Juan Cleto Ferreras. And now David Pedroso. I mean, coaches, hitting coaches will love that. No swing and miss. Good ABs, good cuts.
You don't see that in the big leagues.
The road runner waits on the 1-0, and it hits him off the helmet, and he pops right back up and struts on down to first. That's good to see for Pedroso, who says it went off the C-flap.
Can be a scary sport. Tough pitch. Got him right in the helmet. Great job by turning away, though. Got right back up. Good for that young man there. Glad he's okay.
So we've had 4 half innings in this game. The bases have been loaded in every half inning, and we don't have a run in this game.
This relax. Nami out aqui. Out aqui pode decidir no sué. Concentrar. E gai aqui não tá mais batedor. Tire bala fuerte de zona, nem tire bala de. Tique grande, nós temos auto do base. Bom, confiança temos aí, verão. Vai bang. Bang aí. Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
I gotta wonder how often. Maybe we need the Alliance Sports Bureau. You've had that in a game. The first 4 half innings, bases loaded, and nary a run.
Never have I ever played like this either.
And you would know. Loaded for Luis Rangel after that visit from Zino Everett. Luis pitched quite a bit for Venezuela Friday. Came on in relief and went 2 1/3, a very sturdy 1-run ball, and struck out a couple. Nicknamed El Zurdo, the lefty. 2-0, and nowhere to put Luis Rangel. Dreams of being an engineer. Outside, 3-0.
Here we go. We might be saying this a lot, but this is the biggest at-bat of the game.
We've had about 100 pitches in this game without a run. Until now. Venezuela strikes first. So now to the penultimate spot in the Venezuela lineup. Still the 2 outs, still loaded. Gabriel Villalobos worked a walk for Venezuela in the first game. That one just misses. A reminder on the Little League strike zone from the batter's armpits to the top of the knees. That's a strike, 1-1. Old Gabriel, 4'10", 80 pounds. Inside corner, strike 2.
It's amazing to see how much control you can have. You have pinpoint control one time, comes back 4 straight balls. Next thing you know, you got 2 strikes here. This is, you just don't see this too often.
It can come and go, right?
Oof.
1-2. Villalobos serves it foul. Again, just not much swing and miss in this Venezuela offense. They've been impressive. 1-2. Fouled away again by Gabriel.
This can help a team out too as well. More foul balls, more pitches. 46 pitches in the second inning.
And now he's got to swap out the lumber.
Shot that down for, never seen that again either.
It's not a broken bat, it's just a change bat.
They're going to have to make up some rules next year.
1-2. Villalobos pops another one foul.
Wow. Hello, Seiss there in left field's playing pretty much on the line.
1-2. Bounced in. What a stop by Nar. Thank goodness for the glove change.
Number 3. Fastball down in the dirt. All you can do is backhand that one. Hope and pray it's there.
What a pick. 2-2. Line drive to short and caught by Jadlin Wheel.
There's our guy. Big man getting the momentum back for Curaçao. That's one guy you do not want to hit it to. And the leader coming up big. Top 10 play in your kitchen right now.
In my mind, it wasn't going a lot because I was here last year and I knew the experience that it wasn't going to be hard. What's up, Blaine?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Was it your first time you're coming to LLBS?
Yeah, first time. Yeah.
Okay. What was the experience to be around lots of kids and seeing the beautiful field and seeing the game?
Man, I think this does a lot for this town. You can tell, and it's just cool seeing all the people that show up for you guys, and it's a cool experience. I think you'll learn, a lot of things going on in life, and it's awesome. It was really cool to seeing all the kids and coaches from all over the world. So that was the coolest part for me.
Jadlin Wheel just looks and sounds like a big leaguer. I mean, how about the press conference? If we were to break that down, he's sitting back all comfy, then pushes the bottle out of the way, steps up to the plate on the microphone, ready to answer, and just feels comfortable even talking with major leaguers.
Calm, cool, collective, sounded good, and then he comes on TV here and makes a beautiful play to end the inning, going to his right. Huge play, saved 2 runs. The guy can do it all.
And again, he said that he didn't feel a lot of pressure coming in relief Thursday against Australia, even though there'd been a leadoff triple in that inning, and then comes out and gets 3 punch-outs. He said he felt like those are the situations that he's built for. And we were talking with his manager, Zino Everett, on the field pregame, and he said, yeah, that's how we really intend to use him, as that much-needed ace reliever sort of guy, even though he might start at some point this week.
He knows his guys, especially Jadlin. Could put him in any situation, he's going to thrive.
But Venezuela's got the lead after loading the bases and finally cashing in. Luis Rangel worked the bases loaded walk. Curaçao bats with its leadoff man for a second time. Alexander Provacia walked in the first. Arturo Sanchez just misses, and it's 2-1. The unending voice of Zino Everett in the third base coach's box. Provacia tips it foul, 2-2.
We do know one thing here. It's going to be a lot of at-bats, a lot of times through the order here, so that's a little more excitement for us.
A strikeout for Sanchez. There's one gone. He gets to face Jadlin Wheel with the bases empty. And let's go to Sebastian.
Hey guys, here waiting on Jadlin's dad, Reynard, giving him some final instructions here before the at-bat. How are we feeling as he steps up to the plate here?
I'm feeling so great every time Jade is at bat.
So we saw him last night with the big leaguers. Then we see him in a press conference, and he looks like a big leaguer. How does this kid get so confident? How is he so polished at this age?
I can explain to you that he's like born with that confidence. He's born with that confidence.
He's a much bigger kid than he was last year. He joining you in the gym, pumping iron, or what? What has he done for the last year?
We're training at home. Yeah. We do our best. We like, I say to him, like, bro, the first year you was like a little bit smaller. This year you must go bigger and better.
What are the workouts like? Because I need to get on that program, man. You make me look skinny.
Like dips and pull-ups.
Okay, dips and pull-ups. That's all I need to do. Hey, how big is it to be here for a second year? You know, I know there was some frustration at the end of last year after that great run. What has he been talking about all year about getting back to this place?
We want to get back to get revenge to go with the champ.
All right, let's watch him right now. Here he is, guys. We'll send it back up to you.
Reynard coaching him up, and Jadlin staring him down in the box. We got to get Sebi to bang out some dips or some pull-ups in between innings. What do you think?
Do some lunges, too, while he's at it there. Lunges, dips, pull-ups.
Can we get Salazar some dumbbells?
We could.
Can we work on that? Reynard locked in. And Jadlin takes a 4-pitch walk. So he singled in the first. Now he walks in the third. And with Dad watching, wheels aboard with Curaçao trailing by 1.
I think Dad wanted to see something a little bit more than that. But you got to get a base runner on to score him. So good start there with 1 out.
Yeah, those are kind of angry looks from father and son that say, give me a pitch to hit, please.
You take your walks as much as you can. That'll lead into better things.
The Cirello Seiss now away from Arturo Sanchez to start. Favorite food, chicken. Let's keep it simple.
Simple. Boiled, grilled, don't matter.
What was your breakfast today, pregame? Well, come on, what were you eating?
I went to McDonald's, if you want the truth.
Yeah, I love it.
Simple Mickey D's.
What's the order there?
Just a #1 Egg McMuffin with a small orange juice.
Love it.
I need a little OJ. I need a little vitamin C in me.
Good broadcast partner you are. You did offer.
I did offer you.
As well.
Took you about 30 minutes to get back to me, but who cares?
Yeah, that's on me. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. Cirello Seiss ran it full and walked back in the first. Described by his coaches as a jolly person. I don't know if we use the word jolly enough.
Around Christmas time.
Yeah. 1-2. Line foul. Look out.
Coming in here.
Nothing's really come easily in this game in terms of the pitchers trying to get off the fields and trying to have clean innings. A credit to these offenses, but then at the same time, a credit to the pitchers for finding ways to limit damage. Sanchez is 1-2. Down and away.
And you give credit to them as well. They are seeing pitches. Close pitches, they are balls, but they're not swinging at something they don't want. You think he'd go back to a breaking ball here. You haven't seen many this whole at bat.
Jadlin Will begging for a hit.
No.
He also likes a take on 2-2. Where does he get the energy to do this all day, every day?
We know they don't drink coffee at that age, so I don't know.
We think.
Maybe.
3-2 the count. Arturo Sanchez facing the 3-hitter for Curaçao. The payoff inside, and it's back-to-back walks. So 2 on. Would we ever have an inning without base runners? Come on, you know the answer. Brings up Sean Cerveri. He had the bases loaded, nobody out back in the first, and popped the second. Venezuela's manager, Janio Gutierrez, comes on with the pitch count at 57 for Arturo Sanchez.
Hey, Arturo, chamo, ya está bueno, pana. Está ahí pendiente de todo, el movimiento lo está haciendo mal, chamo. Te abrí, estás haciendo así, chamo, hace caso. Dame una por una porque te le pones a tirar, va a ser por bola a tirar. Deja que él quiere perrearte, deja estar, dale, tírala, pues bateala. Te pone infinito porque ¿qué querés? Que no te bate. No te metas en lío. Vamos a hacer un out, vamos a hacer un out. Para hacer 2 hay que hacer 1. Vamos a agarrar la bola bien. Si pega la base piso, vamos a asegurar un out. Doble play, despego aquí. Ponete agresivo. Agresivo, la curva, apretar el dedo. Cada curva, apretar el dedo y tirarla adelante. Hey, vamos a salir de esta, pero ya, deja de caminar tanto, deja de tantas cosas. Vamos, vamos, vamos.
Let's throw the curveball out front. It's been up. And let's just get one out here and start with that. Those are the words from Janio Gutierrez. Pitch count's at 57, so there is a little bit of wiggle room here with corresponding rest required.
Yeah, it's a tough situation because they're not up big. Do you let them go? Or do you say, hey, I trust somebody else? And that's the opportunity that's going to happen here soon. It's up to Gutierrez to figure out.
We've had 6 combined mound visits. we're scratching and clawing to keep this a 1-0 game. 0-1 from Arturo. That looked like good finish to the breaking ball out in front and not up in the zone. And Zino Everett down in the third base coach's box just doesn't stop coaching.
Looks like me and my 9-year-old travel ball team at third.
What's Frazier like in that situation at the 9U level?
I don't say a word. I just sit over there and I just keep quiet.
Yeah. Unlikely.
I'm going to get a text message from my 2 other coaches who'd say, Dom and Jeff going to say, what are you doing?
Popped up, and that'll fade off to the seats. I mean, it's easy to get wrapped up in it, right? 9-year-olds, 12-year-olds, whatever it is.
You just want the best for the kids. And you're coaching over there. You've been there before. You're like, why aren't they doing what I did? But you got to understand, not everybody is going to be great at baseball. They're going to have fun, and they're going to be good in their own little way.
Oh, that's a beauty from Arturo Sanchez. Just what his manager told him for strikeout number 4.
Yeah, to have the confidence and the durability to throw that. Oh, you see the spin on there, that little dot. Look at that thing. Stayed in the middle of the zone. Haven't seen many of them. Good pitch. Big out with 2 outs now for Venezuela.
How old were you when you got used to seeing spin and seeing curveballs?
Yeah, I think it was around 11, 12 years old, same time. But the distance is shorter, and then you go to a bigger field, you're like, oh my God, what just happened? So, a lot of adjustments.
Then on a bigger field, it's even harder to see spin?
Even harder. The pitches aren't as fast, but it's longer. You got to get your timing right and everything else. Villalobos out in left field. Look at him on the line as well. Big gap there now.
Yeah, left center. A lot of green grass for Joshua Acosta, the center fielder back from last year. Fouled away. Acosta's a switch hitter. Says he likes being a switch hitter because at all times if he gets a breaking ball, it's coming toward him.
Most of us aren't born with that luxury. Switch hitting is a beautiful art, man. If you can master that at an early age, stick with it.
Oh, 2. Just off the edge.
Tell you what, give credit to Darren Schuberg, the home plate umpire. That was a ball. We do see many of those called strike, though, but good for him sticking with his zone. He's been great all night.
1-2 pitch. That's up and away. 2-2. And Arturo Sanchez is now over 65 pitches. The at-bat started below 65. So if this is the last guy he faces, he can still be within that threshold of 3 days rest required. But if he faces another, then he would need 4 days rest, not back till Saturday. 2-2. On the ground, bouncing ball up the middle into center field, a base hit. Wheel to the plate. The throw from Contreras. Perfect. Soto celebrates right in the face of Wheel. Inning over.
Wow. Both sides. Beautiful play. I tell you what, Michael, this is going to be something special today. Turn your TV on. One hopper. Bang, bang play. Letting them know about it, too. These boys are coming to play. 2 hands on the ball. Close play. Big man letting them know.
Well, let's see if Curaçao wants to challenge this. After a bang-bang play at the plate on the throw from Leonard Contreras, and Adrian Soto receiving that at home plate while Jalen Wheel is sliding in. And they will challenge this. You get 2 challenges within 6 innings, regulation length. If we go extras, you get another as well. And if it's overturned, you're successful, you retain your challenge. And this is something that is reviewable, of course, and out call at the plate.
What a beautiful throw by Contreras. One hop. That foot might have, this is as close as it's going to get right now. The foot looks like it might have got in between the glove and the leg. Let's look at this last one here. Glove down, foot stayed low.
Is the glove right on there?
I think it grazed the top of the foot.
I think so too.
Tell you what, the excitement can get to everybody. Soto at home, man, letting them know about it.
My goodness.
He made the out call before the umpire did.
And then Wheel was just standing there taking it and then trying to beg for a safe call as well at the home plate umpire. And now Adrian Soto as calm as possible in the dugout.
Yes.
So it's confirmed. Out at the plate on an outfield assist for the ages from Leonard Contreras. Doesn't get much closer, Todd.
This is why baseball is the most fun sport in the world. Bang, bang, play. More action to come, as you see.
Well, how about today in Venezuela, back at their Little League Stadium in Maracaibo. Venezuela parents celebrating the early success in this game. Venezuela got a run in the second. They lead 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Let's go to Sebastian.
Guys, we just saw the parents following along back in Maracaibo. Luis Vargas, his parents are the only two that actually made the trip here to the United States, Luis and Jocelyn. Let's get a sense of what they're experiencing. Luis, ¿cómo ha sido esto para ti como padre?
Una gran experiencia, de verdad inolvidable, o sea, calidad de juegos, momentos únicos y grandes compartir entre amigos venezolanos, tanto de otros países, muy bueno.
He said it's been unforgettable, really, the opportunity to be with other Venezuelans, know that there's Venezuelan folks back home supporting the team has been unique and something he'll never forget. Y a ver a tu hijo aquí representando tu país y saber que, mira, no tenemos otros padres. We don't have other family members here, but we have a lot of Venezuelan Americans that have come to watch this team. Eso, tener ese apoyo, ¿qué significa para ti, toda esta gente?
Demasiado, demasiado. Mucha gente apoyando tanto a mi hijo como a todos, a todo el equipo. De verdad que es orgulloso, de verdad que me siento muy complacido.
It feels very good about all the support that they've gotten, and it's clear here to see that the Venezuelan family section has certainly filled up, even though we only have, like I said, the two parents here. Jocelyn is the mom. We got to get mom's perspective all the time. Now, she got to go to the big league game last night. ¿Cómo vivió tu hijo la experiencia con los jugadores de Grandes Ligas anoche? Me contaste que era algo muy especial, ¿no?
Sí, porque es que realmente todos los niños siempre sueñan con ser Grandes Ligas y ellos son sus tutores por lo menos día a día. Entonces mi niño estaba de verdad bastante emocionado, pero nervioso, porque es la primera vez que vio unos Grandes Ligas que no fuese en la televisión y ellos sueñan con eso. Entonces aquí tienen muchos barajitas y ellos se coleccionan su barajita, ellos intercambian su barajita. Entonces el ver que la barajita que ellos tienen está el personaje justo al frente de ellos los emocionó mucho. Los niños cantaron, bailaron, yo los vi disfrutar mucho, estaban muy felices.
She saw her son singing and dancing, the whole team last night at the big league game, and the opportunity to watch those players up front actually made her son a little bit nervous because he'd never seen a big league game up front. Those are his role models, so to be around them was obviously a very special experience. Y como madre, ¿qué significa para ti ver a tu hijo aquí representando su país?
Yo estoy demasiado orgullosa. Mi hijo me asombra cada día, pero también me orgullece porque su actitud, su manera de ser acá, de verdad, siento que soy la mamá más feliz del mundo.
She says she's the happiest mom in the world. Her son keeps surprising her, and she's very, very proud. I don't think you need much translation for that, guys. Back up to you.
That's pretty special. The power of parenthood and a son and his parents watching. Meanwhile, bottom of the third, Sean Cerveri takes over for Curaçao, facing, to start out, Cristian Trompis. And it's a strikeout on 7 pitches to begin. By the way, Luis Vargas, his parents we just heard from, he says for superstition before games, he kisses his parents. That's the good luck charm to get started.
I think that's going to help any way you put it. Going to get on mom's good side there for sure. Before a game, after a game, kisses always help.
So 1 down, back to the top. Gerson Pereira takes ball 1. He walked his first time. And interesting with the pitch count situation for Curaçao, making the move away from Juan Cleto Ferreras. He was at 49 pitches. So that's right at the border of one of those thresholds. So he only needs 2 days rest instead of if he had kept going 3 days rest. So obviously now he's down Tuesday, Wednesday, could be back Thursday. That could be a game Thursday, depending on how these next few days go. That could be to win and get to Saturday and the International Championship. Grounded foul, 2-2 on the leadoff man, Pereira. Sean Cerveris, 2-2. Grounded to third. Shamar Jacobus for out number 2. Hey, this week Sunday Night Baseball heads to Oracle Park for the series finale between the Braves and Giants. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, right here on ESPN. Also on ESPN Deportes and ESPN Radio. Coverage starts at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific with the Baseball Tonight Sunday Night Countdown. And don't forget K-Rod on ESPN 2.
See how smooth that play was there by Jacobus' third. Usually players at third base come with 2 hands, scooped it up like he knew what he was doing. That was suave, they call it.
The leader over there, like you said earlier. 2 out for Leonard Contreras. Doubled his first time and has an outfield assist. Speaking of the Braves, big fan of Ronald Acuna, showing off maybe all of the tools like Acuna in this one. What's Acuna up to? 56 stolen bases, I believe.
You want more action in baseball, you want more fun. Let's speed it up for 1 and let's run it for 2. Yes. I love this. MVP for sure.
Contreras has similar type wheels. Cerveri's trying to breeze through a 1-2-3. His 1-2 pitch. Curls down and out. Contreras, a really fascinating guy with great sense of this game's history. Talks a lot about looking up to Jackie Robinson for breaking barriers. He takes strike 3 called. 1, 2, 3. What are those? And look what's coming. Let's talk some pins with the Golden Boy next.
All right, guys, here we are. This is the craziest pin collections you'll ever see in your life. We got OGs in here from 40, 50 years ago collecting pins. I'm in here to start trading. I got a new pin we're going to show you in a second. It's going to be an awesome time. Enjoy it with me. Let's go. What's up, man? How you guys doing? You getting some good pins? Forgot to show you my big pin. The size of my hand, 25th anniversary. Now that we came here, it's time to go trade some pins. Let's go. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Nice trade. Thank you so much. You bet anything I'm coming for this one here. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Always good seeing you, big dog. Appreciate it, man. My 25th anniversary. Nice to meet you, brother. All right, guys. It's time for you guys to go. I got to go do some serious pin trading so I get my collection better. Get out of here. Let's go.
Oh, that's the good stuff right there from this guy. Todd Frazier knows a thing or two about the Little League Baseball World Series. That's awesome. You love it.
I do. I love everything about it. I mean, it's like my hobby. Especially, it's only during this time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, a week or 2 ago, my son's like, "Hey, Dad, you gonna break out the pins?" I said, "Listen, I've been looking at them. Where have you been, man?" So, you design your own pin, you come back, you trade, made some good friendships, and just makes for a fun time.
How far in advance, for people who don't know, do you make the pins, and what's common with
Yeah, so it's about 6 months in advance.
Wow.
You start designing with some people. You talk about what you want to do. I've done it with a guy named Paul and Steve with Infinity Pins, and we've been doing it for a couple of years ever since. So it's been a journey, but at the same time, you should see some of these pins. Like,
yeah, what do we got up here? You got anything with you?
Well, Tim got this pin. This is the Valley Wolfpack pin from Cobleskill, New York. Just little stuff like this. These go a long way. Doesn't matter the size to me.
Yep.
Shape, size, doesn't matter. I like the uniqueness of all different types of pins.
I've got a Pennsylvania State Police pin from one of our security guys, Rex. He whipped that out on day one. I was like, all right, I feel like a winner. You got a Transformers pin?
Transformers. Right? I mean, who's your favorite cartoon character of all time?
I don't even know. I'm good with Transformers.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, I can do Scooby-Doo.
There's Batman. There's Superman. You name it. People are just making all different types of things.
How do you feel about the nickname Golden?
Listen, Sebi gave me this nickname. I'm going to come back with him with one here pretty soon. I don't like it, but I'll take it for now. Okay, so for anyone who was not watching over the weekend, we ran a real long feature about Todd reconnecting with his teammates from Tom's River in 1998 when they won it all. And you've got that 25th anniversary pin. And curiously, there's only one player in all gold in the team photo on the pin. And, oh, yeah, it's you. It's me. So we made two designs, Paul and I. I got the one with me in gold. There's one in regular black. So that's the thing. You make one a year. And guess what? You have 4, 5, 6, and that's why people come to you and say, listen, I got to get your pin. Yep. Here's my best collection. Put it on poster board, tack it up on the wall, and you have a nice, cool thing to look at when you go home.
Yeah. You got a big one and a small one, too.
Pretty small, one the size of my hand. I'm not going to do that every year because the price gets a little steep.
Well, maybe the 50-year anniversary. You never know.
That would be nice.
There's a strikeout to start out the fourth inning. Deshaun Winkler retired, and Sebastian gets a retort.
Todd, I know I gave you some grief, but your pin is at the centerpiece of my great collection, I must say. We got the ESPN pin, very corporate Seb of me, and then all the ESPN folks beyond Todd Frazier who make their pins. We got Big Fish out in center field, RoboCam represented, some international bracket representation here with Panama. What else we got? This one's a good one. Donald P. Fowler. This guy was like the godfather of the grounds crew here in Williamsport. His son actually still runs the field crew here at Volunteer Stadium. Passed away earlier this year, but a real Williamsport legend. So he's got his own pin. We got the Swaggin' Wagon pin. And Todd, I thought it was interesting. You said it took you 6 months to come up with this pin idea. How many months were deciding that you were going to be the only one in all gold?
No, that took about an hour. So that was easy one to do, but to manufacture it, to make sure the colors are perfect, yeah, about 5 to 6 months.
Shamar Jacobus in the air to right, and a great recovery and catch by Christian Trumpes.
Well, you learn as an outfielder, first step is always back. And the young man went forward here, took a couple steps, but made up for it. Doesn't matter how you catch it, just make sure it gets in that glove. That's it.
And Cristiano runs it down for out number 2 here in the fourth. That is well up 1-0 on Curaçao at the Little League Baseball World Series presented by T-Mobile. This is Hellemir grounded out to short his first time. Big fan of Kenley Jansen. And I got told by some Red Sox people that when that showed before, when Hellemir was the starting pitcher in Game 1 for Curaçao, that Kenley saw that on the screen. I was pretty proud of the fact that Hellemir looks up to him.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, if you see somebody, that's my favorite player, or you're their favorite player, it makes you feel really good inside. Doing something right.
Yeah. 2-0 from Arturo Sanchez. And he dots a knee-high fastball. So Arturo's at 79 pitches now. And so he's going to need 4 days of rest after this one. And, of course, the limit is 85 pitches per day for an 11-year-old or a 12-year-old in the case of Arturo. There's a strike and a full count. If you're just joining us, Arturo Sanchez was the starter in Game 1 for Venezuela on Friday. Starting catcher in this game, but he came on with nobody out, bases loaded in the first inning. It's been great since. Another one up in the booth. This one came through the netting, and audio expert Keith Marrero comes up with it. Not off the fly, just to be clear. Arturo with a long look in at Adrian Soto. Payoff to Helmer. On a drive foul.
All right, guys. Let's go 3-2.
Everyone ready for the forthcoming 3-2 from Arturo Sanchez. Fouled back again. How many foul balls have we seen in this game?
Too many. This will be his last batter, as we talked about as well. I'm looking in left field, and I've never seen, if we could get a shot out there. Villalobos is directly on the line as far as possible as you can get until he's considered out of play.
I mean, he is camped in left on the line. That is strike 3 called. Arturo Sanchez bookends a 1-2-3-4 with a couple Ks. Hey, we're about 15 minutes away from Nolensville, Tennessee and Seattle. That's coming up next after the first game of the day today. Games in our game track brought to you by Geico for the first game of the day. Curaçao 1-0, Venezuela 1-0, and Venezuela's got the 1-run lead into the bottom of the fourth of these 6-inning games. And we've had a ton of base runners left out there, Todd Frazier.
A ton, a lot, whatever you want to say. There has been action, and guess what? It's not stopping right now. So let's see some more of it. Still a 1-0 game. You think it would be like 7-6. The boys are coming to play, and guess what? When adversity comes, they slow it down and find a way to get out.
All right, guys, here we go.
Venezuela has thrown out a Curaçao player at the plate, and Curaçao has made a diving catch at short that has prevented further damage. So 1-0 Venezuela to the fourth. 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup, starting with Osman Basabe. Walked his first time, facing Sean Cerveri, who just keeps spinning breaking balls.
And those are backup breaking balls. Those are devastating. Those ones pretty much unhittable. Little Bronson Arroyo type frisbee.
Another one, and it's off the end of the bat into left, and a diving catch out there by Elo Seiss.
Big hugs all around. Winkler coming home from right field. Give me another one. Beautiful play, just hung up there just a little bit too much. Nice swing by Basabe. Sounded real good off the crack. Go get it, young man. Laying out for your team. Still have opportunities.
And look, if there's a fly ball near me and I'm playing in the Little League World Series, I'm diving no matter what.
Yeah, that's what we do. Show it off.
One down, Luis Vargas, whose parents you heard from earlier with Sebastian. How do you hit a backup breaking ball? Because a pitcher isn't trying to throw it, and you're not really expecting it, and maybe not preparing for it as a hitter.
Well, let me keep it real simple. To hit any type of breaking ball, simple math says don't miss the fastball. So that's what I tried doing.
Let's go check out the Frazier splits on pitch types.
No, I don't want to do that. We don't want to see that. Off speed was not a friend of mine. Fastballs were.
I love the Arroyo comp from you on the pitch, and a little bit with the leg kick too for Cerveri.
Without a doubt. That was a nice pitch right there.
I mean, look at this leg kick for Sean Cerveri.
All he has to do is straighten it out next.
1-out walk to Luis Vargas. Another look. Not the same cornrows maybe as Bronson once had.
If he straightened that front, that half of his leg there, he would look just like him. Very flexible guy.
Brings up Adrian Soto, who's been right in the middle of everything for Venezuela in this game. Starting pitcher at the outset. Ran into some early trouble, so he moved behind the plate and had the big play at the plate and tagged down Jadlin Wheel on the throw from Leonard Contreras. Fly out to center his first out.
I think they're trying to tell Nar to stay down a little bit because some of those pitches are close to being strikes.
Telling the catcher to stay down in the zone.
Yeah, as you see young catchers, anything up, they want their body to go with it. Just let your arm go up and get it. You got the long arms. Arm goes up and get it, frame the top of the zone, and maybe they'll get away with one.
Because body up might throw the umpire off the scent of a strike.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Most likely, guaranteed a ball.
So key in on the catcher here on a 1-2. Arm and a little bit of body going up. I mean, that's going to be a ball no matter what.
It's the ones that you're trying to steal pretty much as a catcher.
Nathan Nar, very sturdy backstop for Curaçao. 2-2 to Soto. And on the hands. Another foul. You know it's this kind of game when your stats guy is counting up foul balls. 32 total foul balls in this game.
Wow.
Kind of feels like we should have more.
We should have caught one too. If there's 32, we got to have more opportunity.
Yes. Cerveri's 2-2. Strikes out Soto. 2 gone. Hey, find Little League on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the official handles at Little League. Follow the action and join the conversation with LLWS. Look at this shirt. Oh, put it on the bucket list. You've been on ESPN, and all that's left is the Northern Lights.
He's got a ways to go to get that one.
Two gone, Vargas at first, and Aaron Villalobos the batter. Aaron, a big fan of Harry Potter. Always puts something in his pocket as superstition. Says it could be anything. Bag of seeds back there, it doesn't matter.
Whatever floats your boat.
You a big seeds guy?
Not really.
No.
I was a big gum guy. I would have seeds if I needed, a little salt in there. But when I did chew seeds, I would crunch it all up and just spit it out. I wouldn't even swallow the seeds.
What?
Yeah. I had some weird quirks. We can get into that another day.
All I'm saying is you can't be trusted. Anyone who just chews up seeds. Nah, you gotta work at it. That is strike 3 called. Good hitter from Sean Cerveri. Frazier, and a hard ball we're learning to the 5th.
That ball ripped at the shortstop. What a backhand. What a play by Nash Carter. Oh, man. Trayton Manson. Yeah. Look at these kids. He's been making plays.
He's going to go track this one, and Weir makes the catch and hangs on.
To third. He snared it. McCray, nice play.
Into center field.
What a throw. What an arm. Anyhow. He's coming. He makes a great catch out there in left field. Fielded may get 2. Nice flip. Double play.
What a catch by Androshik. Oh, man. On a line to left, and a diving catch by Felicia. The defense never ceases to amaze here, and we've had 2 more web gems added to that long playlist of headliners. Go and get it in the outfield.
Absolutely. Laying out for your team. Winner goes to the semis of the international bracket. You got to find ways to win the game. Big hugs all around. These boys are having fun no matter what that score says. Williamsport is such a beautiful thing, isn't it?
It really is. He's Todd Frazier. He knows something about this place. Sebastian Salazar is decked out in pins. I'm Mike Monaco, our entire crew behind the scenes. This has been some kind of ball game. Winners bracket all day today. 4 games and this the first. 8 teams who are undefeated. Every last one of them so far here with 12 teams left at the Little League World Series. Venezuela's got the lead. Got a run in the second with a bases loaded walk. If you weren't with us earlier, the first 4 half innings of this game was bases loaded every time. And yet that's the only run in this ball game as Curaçao, international champions last year, trails against this Venezuela team from Maracaibo. Nathan Nahr has it 2-0 against the new pitcher into the game for Venezuela, Osman Basabe. We told you about Osman off the top. He pitched Friday in relief against Panama. Got 4 outs of shutout ball with 3 strikeouts. He put out the fire when Venezuela needed him.
I think the concept here is this is our guy. He's going to finish it up, hopefully get the day off with a W.
Gas to make it 2-2. Janillo Gutierrez, the manager, is a very good relief pitcher himself in the Twins organization up to AA. And he says Osman Basabe might be our strongest pitcher. Up the ladder for out number 1.
Mike, you said strongest. I'd say powerful. The guy brings the heat. Not many off-speed pitches. You're going to climb that ladder. If you're going to go chasing after that, it's going to be trouble for that young man. Very nice pitch. Very nice start. This is the guy they're looking to close it out.
You saw that Osman looks up most to his brother Olivier, who got drafted by the Padres in 2017. Cousins playing in pro baseball as well, including his cousin Oslevis, who 2 Sundays ago made his major league debut for the Rays and is holding down shortstop right now without Wander Franco. This is served foul by Jaden Lorenz Marti. Well, we welcome those of you now watching this game here on ESPN2, where this game will continue after the commercial break at the end of this half inning. Getting ready up at Lamade for Tennessee and Washington. About to get started. 1-1 pitch. That's on the edge.
As we see, wasting no time. Saying, guess what? I'm here. I'll keep throwing this heat until you can hit it.
1-2. Up the ladder again. Sticking with old number 1.
And you can see on defense as well, a little more confidence, a little more relaxed, knowing they're big guys on the mound. Trying to squeak out this 1-0 victory.
It's a Venezuela team that was perfect in its region. They were the champs of Latin America. Tournament held in Maracaibo in early July. 5 teams there, including a couple from Venezuela. 6-0 record there. They outscored opponents 46-4 en route here.
That is pretty darn good.
Sure is. Batter here is Warcleto Ferreras, who was the starting pitcher for Curaçao in this game. With a square to bunt. 3-1 the count on Warcleto. Venezuela in the driver's seat. With a win, they would next play on Wednesday. And with a win there, they would get to Saturday and the international championship game. It really helps to start 2-0. Basabe's 3-2. Got him. 1, 2, 3, 3 Ks. Hey, for those of you watching right here on ESPN, our game continues on ESPN2 after the break. Let's get you up to Lombardy right here on ESPN for Tennessee and Washington with Jess, Tim, and Julie. Here's Carl Ravitch. Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. Hey, tonight, our Monday Night Football preseason game has the Ravens taking on the Commanders at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman with the call. Lisa Salters on the field, and John Perry with your rules questions. Coverage starting 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific with a special edition of Monday Night Countdown. Well, still to come, we've got Japan and Chinese Taipei here in the international bracket. Japan is 2-0 already. Chinese Taipei has played once. They had a combined perfect game. We've got 7 hits in this game, but just the 1 run for Venezuela in the bottom of the second. Arturo Sanchez, who was excellent on the bump for Venezuela, his second outing here in as many games for Maracaibo. On the ground left side. Diving stab Will from his knees. Couldn't get it there in time. Sanchez takes off for second and then thinks better of it. And Jalen Will is barking at the rest of his teammates.
This is a good teaching moment here. Nice play first off by Jalen. Getting up from his knees. That's a tough throw. Now as the ball gets by you, Sanchez has to be looking over his right shoulder. Happy with the hit? No, you got to get greedy a little bit. Look over to your right. Should have been on second base. Might be a big play in the game, but good play all around on defense. Find a way to finish the play. Tell your youngsters, finish the play.
He's got it.
And then Curaçao backing up. Once Sanchez realized it, thought better of it, and here comes Curaçao's manager, Zaino Everett. Well, this is what they do in case of emergency. Jalen Will comes in from short to the bump. He can get into the low 70s. He's on the mound next when we come back. The Little League Baseball World Series on ESPN is presented by T-Mobile, America's largest and fastest 5G network. The mighty Sus in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Week 2 and day 6 in Williamsport. All right, here he comes, Jalen Will. We've talked a lot about him over the course of 2 years, and look what he's done, pitching in 2 years at the Little League World Series.
Yeah, he's going to go down in one of not only the favorites, but one of the best to play here, man. He's done so much here in the last couple of years. 18 strikeouts is a big number. He's got energy. We might see that sword come out after a strikeout here. So he's looking just to limit the damage.
He never stops staring at hitters, or at least that's what he was doing when he was on the mound Thursday against Australia, when he struck out 5 of the 7 that he faced and was up as high as 71. Hendrik Avila's the batter. He singled his first time and also had an RBI single Friday in Venezuela's win.
He does throw hard too. Rear back, pat the glove once and go.
With some life.
It's rare to see take the ball out of your glove, pat the glove and throw it again, but that kind of kickstarts him.
Do you think of anyone you remember doing that?
I think Jason Mott was one.
Yeah.
He'd hit that glove and just try to throw as hard as he could.
We showed you what Jalen said after that outing, that he didn't feel a lot of pressure coming on in relief. Felt confident. Said he likes coming into tough situations, and that's what it was against Australia. After Australia had a leadoff triple to begin that 5th and then turned to wheel, and it was strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. This time it's infield single for Venezuela, and turn to Jalen Will. 2-2 on Avila. Ooh, and he snaps one off. He's got that too.
That was absolutely filthy. after seeing Firm in the 70s. Oh, look at that, 12-6, hammer. Nothing you can do with that, especially seeing fastball after fastball. Had a new life to it, kind of went little zippity-doo dunkaroo there.
Here's Jose Nunez. I was talking with Zino Everett, Curaçao's manager, before the game, and he said that this is the role. They really like having Jadlin Wheel in, and that he is throwing harder than he was last year. Sebastian reported with Jadlin's father, Reynard, earlier about the dips and the pull-ups that have led to more strength for Jadlin now as a 12-year-old after being here as an 11-year-old last year. The key is the mental side. Zino was telling us pregame that they got to make sure he's controlling his emotions at all times. He's a very emotional player, as we've seen.
Yeah, there's one thing to be energetic, to be funny, but at the same time, controlled aggression.
He is feeling fiery. 1-2 to Nunez. Fouled back.
It's a nice swing right there by Nunez. Timed that one out real nice, just underneath the ball.
Second baseman for Venezuela, who reached on a fielder's choice his first time. He came here raving about the dance, El Tambor, that the team did together on the field after winning the Latin American title. He said that's his special talent, dancing.
1-2.
He's trying to get on here with 1 on and 1 out. Quick pitch, breaking ball, misses, not by a ton. 2-2.
You don't see that very often either. That's got to be taught. Real quick, little Johnny Cueto-esque.
And now Wheels 2-2. Another breaking ball. Back-to-back Ks.
He doesn't change his motion. His body language is the same. When a guy looks like he's throwing a fastball every time, he manipulates the hitter into thinking it. You're going to be out on the front side more than not.
So now the 10-man in the lineup for Venezuela, Alexander Nava, gets a heater to start. I mean, you're right. It all looks the same, and it's got life on it.
Yeah, that's it's really hard to hit.
Nava, the Pennsylvania lover, fouls that one off. It's got carry. You would imagine a high spin rate.
I like that. Your analytical words, I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Try them on for size, see if you like them.
I'll take it.
Take it up to Lamedy with you. Who you with later, you know? You're with Ravi and
Mendoza.
Nice.
Yes.
For the 7 p.m.?
7 p.m. El Segundo, California versus, I think, Needville, Texas.
You're correct. DJ Jablonski.
What a name. What a name.
0-2. Outside with cut.
El Segundo, a couple home runs to win it in 4 innings the other day.
Yeah, they went back-to-back, right?
Yep. See if they can yield that momentum going forward.
1-2. Another strikeout for Will. No swords, just a stare down and a K-strut from Jadlin Will. Venezuela's got the lead, though. They're 3 outs away from a win. ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by T-Mobile. Yeah, Chinese Taipei and Japan. Less than 2 hours away, 5 o'clock Eastern time over on ESPN once Tennessee and Seattle are done. Right now we go to the top of the 6th, and Venezuela's got a 1-0 lead. Venezuela trying to get to 2-0. This team from Maracaibo with a win would play Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern time against whoever wins that game later today between Japan and Chinese Taipei. Javery Felicia bats for the 2nd time. Last man in the Curaçao lineup. 2 hits in the opener. Takes strike 1 from Osman Basabe before the lineup flips back to the top.
This is a huge at-bat here for Curaçao, trying to get this last guy on base, their last hitter. But Basabe is really, really nasty.
And he looks so composed. There was quick work. 15 pitches, struck out the side in order. And now gets a pop up to first, and Aaron Villalobos puts it away for the first out. For all the success of Curaçao here, we started this game talking about it. They did struggle offensively at the outset last year. First game was against Nicaragua, scored just 2 runs. Second game was a loss to Panama, only scored 3 in that game, and then beat Italy 1-0 in that game. So 6 runs in 3 games in their first 3 last year, including a loss in game number 2. Being shut out here as the lineup flips to Alexander Provacia, who's walked and struck out from the leadoff spot. And how do you solve Ousmane Basabe? Just high 2-0.
Right now, I think they're in take mode. Try and get a runner on here. Get to Jalen, who's talked about it all day, man. This is his spotlight, so we'll see what happens next.
3-0 and 1 pitch closer to having the tying run aboard for the Curaçao star, who waits on deck and wanted some pitches to hit. Last time didn't get him, with his dad seemingly clamoring for the same. 3-0. That's a strike. Provacia wanted ball 4. Basabe comes back to run it full.
Nerves of steel right there. 3-0 back to 3-2. Here comes a fastball. Whether or not it's going to be a strike, the confidence, you breed it when you're on the mound. His focus, he's determined. Biggest pitch of the game.
3-2. Provacia stays alive.
Nice. He said challenge accepted. Here we go.
That was loud.
Facing Ousmane Basabe, whose heart rate has been steady throughout. He's hardly blinked out there. A calm look at a 3-2. Sprayed foul on the ground. You're right. These are the biggest pitches of the entire game, because will that guy have someone aboard when he bats in moments? It's been 4 up, 4 down for Ousmane Basabe. Out of the pen in this one. 3-2. Up high, and Provacia's on for Jalen Will.
Big boy's been talking about it. Dad talking to him now. Let's go. It's time. No more talking. Get in the box. Try and prove and will your team to a victory. This is a great timeout here by Gutierrez.
Pasa nada, vamos. Mira, hay que abrir con strike. Me voy muy pasivo. ¿Te sentí bien? Muerte más agresivo, ¿sabes? Mira, hey, presta atención. Del medio para afuera. Del medio para afuera. Y si hombre en línea, no escondáis la bola. No escondáis la bola. Vamos a hacer doble play. Olvídense de él. Olvídense de él. Vamos a jugar pelota. ¿Oyeron? Hey, ahí bien. Vine para acá nada más para ver cómo estaba, para ver. Ahí bien. Línea, ¿viste? Hombre en línea. Agresivo y más nada. Bajito. La cura, aprieta, cuando te pida cura, aprieta el duro el dedo. Y agresivo, ¿viste? ¡Hey! ¡Hey!
Throw strikes, don't think about it. Let's get a double play and keep the ball down against Jalen Will. Jalen has singled and walked in this game. He was strutting off the mound in the last half inning. Now he takes ball 1 and stares down Ousmane Basabe. Does he get any better than this? A 1-run game in the winner's bracket. Will with a mighty cut, trying to send one to Wilkes-Barre.
Talked about that controlled aggression. Focus on touching the ball. Nice pitch by Basabe, though. Challenge accepted again.
fouled away, and it's 1-2 on a frustrated Wheel.
That was the pitch right there. It was down in the zone, not elevated. That was the one he wants back. Could have went in the gap there. This should be an elevated fastball to try and get him to chase.
Two fierce competitors and stars of their team. This one in the air, center field, and Contreras runs it down for out number 2.
They tried elevating it. Didn't get there. Almost a mistake. Just got jammed just a little bit. Look at this. Oh, center cut. Just got in on the hands. Big man is not happy, as you can see. One he wishes he can get back.
I mean, think about the difference in emotions of Jadlyn Wheel and how everything has been right on his sleeve. And then on the other side of things, Osman Basabe, who seemingly hasn't been flustered one iota since he stepped onto the ball.
Nah, his emotions, his energy, everything hasn't changed one bit. And that seems like it's been the difference. Who can control themselves a little bit more?
All right, here we go.
Basabe's got 2 outs and trying to finish this thing off for his team from Maracaibo, Venezuela, against Nasir El Osais, who has walked in both of his trips so far.
If we get a pan view, right center field is a monster gap too. So Provaki is going to have to get on his horse.
There it is. El Osais with a huge hack, knee high that time from Basabe. Contreras can run down anything, it feels like, in center field. Remember, they call him the Gazelle, and he just went into the gap on Wheel. Osman Basabe's 1-1. Up the ladder. The fastball has been unhittable. Basabe's ready. 1-2. Away. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
At 34 pitches too. This, you think about what can happen next if something does, an RBI or a hit. Then you don't have them for tomorrow, but they're not thinking about that right now. They're thinking about getting the win.
Yeah, right now it's 1-day rest. Would be back Wednesday. 2-2. That's outside. 3-2 on Nasir El Osais. Already, like we said, has walked twice.
Here it comes, fastball. Strike or ball, we don't know.
3-2. In the air, center field. Contreras to the wall. Gone! Curaçao leads!
I do not believe it. Actually, I do. Holy cow. This game, every game we've done, there's been crazier things. Dead center. Way back. Michael, this is unbelievable, dude. Absolutely unbelievable.
Let's go! Let's go!
Unreal.
The one fastball that Curaçao hit, and he knew it. God almighty, he jumped on it. His timing was perfect. Everything about it. Basabe has been so clean until that last pitch. Into the bushes, Curaçao. You cannot count this team out.
Jadlyn Wheel was dropped to his knees in emotion. And everywhere else for Curaçao, utter jubilation. A trampoline of emotions filtering out of that third base dugout.
You play until this last out, to your last pitch. Remember, Venezuela still has a chance, but wow.
Shots are very on a line to right at Trump piece. And my, how this has turned. Nasir El Osais doing it. Osman Basabe's fastball had looked unhittable. Curaçao leads for the first time, trying to get to 2-0. Bottom of the 6th inning is coming next. We can't believe it. Dude, what's going on here? Still a long way to go at the Little League World Series, but this Monday is one of the best days you will find, because still to come in the international bracket, Japan. They're 2-0 already. They got to face Chinese Taipei and 81 miles an hour from Fanchunjun. 5 o'clock Eastern time over on ESPN. And then the winners of these 2 games will meet on Wednesday, and whoever wins that one goes to the international title game Saturday.
Electricity. I'm flabbergasted. I'm just taken away by how good some of these kids are. 81 miles an hour. Home runs coming out left and right. Tell you what, don't count out Japan. Fundamentally sound. Hey, they might not have faced 81 before, but all it takes is one swing.
And don't count out Venezuela either. The way this game has gone in the wildness of the winner's bracket. And now Jadlin Will ready to pop a blood vessel as he starts the bottom of the 6th with a swinging strike 1 against David Pedroso in the last 4 spots in this Venezuela lineup. The 0-1 on the ground to short. Shamar Jacobus for the first down. This game started with both teams in each of the first 2 innings loading the bases, but only Venezuela got a run by virtue of a bases loaded walk in the last of the 2nd. We had a catcher using 3 different gloves. We had a hidden ball trick, the likes of which we've never seen before. It didn't fuel or confuse Curaçao. And now it has all led to this, a go-ahead home run from Nasir El Osais. And now 2 outs to play with for Venezuela. This is Luis Rangel, who had that bases loaded walk. Lines it left field, and he drops it down for a base hit in front of El Osais. Tying run on, winning run to the plate for Maracaibo.
Listen, this game is far from over. And we're in some more fireworks here. Beautiful piece of hitting by him. Taking what he's get, fastball firm, I'm going the other way.
This is Gabriel Villalobos. Squares, pulls back, and it's ball 1. He lined out to short his first time, and you also got to monitor pitch count now for Jadlin Will. He's at 20. Did start this AB lower than 20. So if this is his last guy, which you wouldn't expect it to be, 0 days rest required. You win this game, we showed you play Wednesday. You lose, you got to come back and play tomorrow. That's already factored in for Osman Basabe. The 1-1. Villalobos sprays it foul, and it's 1-2.
Listen, you think of this young man coming up. His hands are very quick. He's going to get to that fastball. Just a matter of how timing, and it matters if he's going to get out in front of one and try and drive one down the line. Again, outfield playing on the line as well.
Because that's where Villalobos keeps going. He had that line out at wheel in the 2nd. Now faces Jadlin Will. Quick pitch. Up high. A searing look from Will. His 2-2. Villalobos spoils another. Those hands are quick, you're right. Gabriel's first time leaving Venezuela, coming here. Said he wants to visit Disney while he's in the United States.
Love that.
Staring down a 2-2. Snapped one high, and now Will grabs at his leg. And doesn't like the baseball.
Sometimes it's the baseball's fault you don't throw a strike.
This is a powder pitch after the rosin for Jalen Will. 3-2. Strike three called.
That's how you rear back, pat the glove. Throw it as hard as you can. Let them know. Man, the emotions on these teams are just unparalleled. Down to your final out.
Now Christian Trumpis. Gas riding in at 70 miles an hour. Jalen Will trying to finish it. The 0-1. Cut on and missed. It's 0-2.
Oh my. Get on that mound, big boy. Love the excitement on him.
Curaçao was down to its last strike. And now Curaçao has it 1-2 on Trumpis. Zino Everett cannot be contained by a chain link fence. The 1-2. Fouled away. I mean, how about these Venezuela hitters spoiling the best fastballs?
Like you said, there's been a lot of foul balls. They're swinging at strikes, giving them the best opportunity to hit.
A Little League game that's gone 2.5 hours and has dripped with high leverage spots and tension throughout. The 1-2. Up the ladder, 2-2 now on Trumpis, and if he extends this, it goes back to the leadoff spot for Venezuela. The message from his manager pregame: channel the emotions and control them. 2-2. Misses. Full count on Trumpis on a backup breaker.
Why wouldn't it come down to a 3-2 pitch, right?
Just like last inning. 3-2. Up high, and there's 2 on. Tying run into scoring position. Winning run aboard. And now the leadoff man for Venezuela, Gerson Pereira. And Jalen Will is waving off his manager, who will come out anyway for a visit. So this gets real interesting. Pitch count is at 33.
Relax. Ok, relax. Nos falta out. Will, não vou bular 30. Também, não vou passar Cuba aqui. Também, último batedor batinho. Cabe wega para mim. Cabe wega para mim. Bom, bota nascer pelo momento aqui só. Bom, acaba me wega para nos conversar, para nos celebrar. Vamos papi. Arriba. Vamos.
Zino Everett says, this is the moment, Jalen. This is the moment that we will celebrate.
He's been here before. He doesn't want this to go astray. This guy is your leader. The guy that showed him the way. You got to leave him out there and let him go.
After Elo Saiz homered, now Venezuela threatens, and they bat with Gerson Pereira, who's the captain of this Venezuela team, the one that the coaches say keeps the team motivated, brings them together, and is always ready for a big moment. They don't get any bigger than this. If Jalen Will were to end it here, this is the last batter he faces, he could pitch on Wednesday. If he faces another batter, he wouldn't be able to pitch till Thursday. In the air, foul, 0-2.
It's so big to get ahead of these batters. Now he's got 3 or 4 pitches where he can try and manipulate Pereira here. Looked like he caught up to that last fastball. Maybe try a little curveball here to keep him off balance. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
0-2. In the air. Right field at Winkler, and it's over. Curaçao comes from behind and wins it. Down to their final strike.
What a great game by both sides. Both came to play. A lot of base runners, a lot of action. Not many runs, but still seemed like it was a lot. I just love the crowd action here as well. Venezuela should be proud as well. They're going to be coming back tomorrow fighting to keep playing. Last out, pop fly to right. Fastball. Jalen Wheel doing what he does best. What a proud moment for Curaçao right there. Oh, like he knew it. Like he knew it all along.
Exhale on both sides. Curaçao moves on. They play Wednesday. Winner of the game on Wednesday is already in the International Championship game on Saturday. Who's going to join them on Wednesday? Japan or Chinese Taipei? We find out less than an hour and a half from now over on ESPN. A reminder, the United States bracket going on right now on ESPN. Here on ESPN2, coming up next, it's College Football Live with Victoria Arlen. For Todd Frazier, Sebastian Salazar, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Mike Monaco saying thanks for joining us and thanks for watching from Williamsport at the Little League World Series.